Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Chingasoss Combat Crew, your one-stop shop for all your combat news. Hopefully your Thanksgiving Day feast was hella on point like us, and you're ready to get into some combat news. You know we got a jam-packed show for you, full of UFC news, one championship. We got that PFL Bellator acquisition and what that might look like down the line. And you know we got to preview that Beneil Dariush versus Arman Tsarukyan. Gentlemen, we're also going to end the show with if you could ask Uncle Dana one question and he had to answer truthfully, what would you ask? I got the whole crew here, Cousin Ant, eating that apple, keeping the doctor away, right? An apple away, keep the doctor away. What's going on, my brothers? I'm talking too much. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. I'm doing the opposite vein. Trying to get the doctor to come to my house, apparently, and make the house.
Doctor feel good. Better watch out.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. Just can't wait to get on to with these fights and what's going on. Frank's been pumping this up, so I'm just looking forward to what he's got to share with us.
Hey, that's right. I got a jam-packed episode for us here. You know, we haven't done this in a while. A while back we were starting with fan-made videos, and I found an awesome fan-made video. I only wish that it was Friday so that would sync up with this, but let me show you what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? Follow this dude on IG, guys. He is awesome. AXEMMAMEMES. He put this up earlier this
That's so disturbing.
Why does this song hit so hard, though? All right, check him out one more time. AXEMMAMEMES. Gentlemen, I got some cheeseman of all cheesemen to start the show, bro. Like all the Mexican old lady grandmas are hanging out their window right now and talking about this right here. Ian Garry getting into it with everybody, and it all starts it right here. Have you guys ever heard this?
Yeah.
MMA guru?
Originally because of this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this guy, but I'm like, I'm not really gonna watch. I mean, he's got awesome takes. He's got really good takes. He puts out really good video. He's a YouTuber. Follow him, MMA Guru. But most recently, he popped up on Ian Garry Machado's radar for some reason, and Ian Garry just went all out after him. Just why did he go out after him? After I saw and read everything, it kind of seems to me that Ian is a little upset at what MMA Guru had to say, but it seems like it was just truth bombs to me, like just plain straight up old facts. So you're asking me, Frank, what are these truth bombs that you're talking about? Fonzo, you ready to want me to drop these bombs on you right now or what?
Bombs away, man. Let them fly.
All right. So first of all, Ian Garry's wife is 14 years older than Ian. That's not a big deal. It's just a number.
Neither here nor there, Frank.
That's right. That's none of my business. All right.
Especially when she looks like that.
Well, all right. Yeah. I mean, I guess she gets a pass for that, right? Right. MMA Guru also, I guess he kind of hinted
like them wags.
That she might be a little controlling. Meaning like she doesn't let him say what he really wants to, because there's a video where I believe he was about to say MMA Guru's name, and she looked at him and he looked at her and he's like, okay, moving on. That might just be speculation. That's neither here nor there, Fonzo.
Okay.
What else did he drop on? He dropped this truth bomb. Ian Garry's wife, ex-husband, is Ian Garry's nutritionist.
What, skirt? What?
Yeah. Her ex is his nutritionist. That's okay, right? That's okay. It's just business. Maybe he's a really good nutritionist. All right, how about this? He also lives with them in the same house.
Wait, what? Okay.
Hold on. He also brought up the fact that she is a published author. She published a book back in 2012 when Ian Garry was only like 10 years old, apparently. And you're like, what's that book, Frank? What's the book? Oh, here it is. How to Be a Wag. What is a wag, you might ask? It's like
Yes.
a wives and girlfriends thing. So apparently this book is written for older females that are looking to hook up with a gentleman. Actually, it doesn't even specify if it's a gentleman. Like it could be a, an athlete. So you hook up with a young athlete before they hit their prime, before they make a lot of money. So that way you're invested in everything and whatever they get is yours, I guess.
Better watch out, Ant. Better watch out. They're coming for you. Coming for you, dog.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. So then Ian Garry's upset about this whole deal, and so is his wife. They got so upset that apparently they're threatening MMA Guru with a lawsuit. I don't know what's going on with that lawsuit. What are the details? All I heard, lawsuit got thrown out there.
Well, didn't you hear that they also threatened a lawsuit on Strickland?
Let's talk about that. Before we get that, let's talk about this, because he's not only going after Sean, like you mentioned, he's also going after fans. So fans got a hold of this story after MMA Guru came out with the video on it. And you know how the internet is, dudes. They just started coming out with the memes. So people started trolling me and Garry, and MMA Guru at the same time, but they're making MMA Guru look pretty cool. And Ian is going out after these individuals, almost like Jay and Silent Bob in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They go after everybody talking shit. Like, hey, are you carpet muncher 24/7? Yeah. Did you say Jay and Silent Bob suck booty holes and shouldn't be allowed? Yeah. Oh, that's basically what's going on. Because Ian Garry's got the receipts, taking screenshots, DMing people and saying, hey, I need you to take this down right now, because I'm going to sue you if you don't.
Man, that fool's got
this part.
He's got to worry about fighting.
Dude, he's got to fight like in 3 weeks. Why
That's
is
what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing all
this shit? I don't even know, dude. But kudos to this fan who had the balls to tweet back. With all due respect, that's our bitch. Fuck you. Oh, bloody.
Wow.
Some harsh words. Some definite harsh words. But guess what? Guess who has entered the chat, my friends? Your boy, Sean Strickland. And he had a lot to say about this whole thing. A lot to say. But instead of reading it, I'm just going to let him say it because I got the clip right here. So let's check out our man, Sean Strickland, talking about this whole situation here.
Guys, I never talk about anybody's spouses, but this shit ain't right. It ain't fucking right. I gotta talk about it. Ian Garry, I remember when I met you, dude. It was in New York. You were this fine-ass girl. She had the little nipple coverings. We all fucking seen it, right? Everybody fucking seen it. But I remember thinking to myself, there ain't something right about that girl. There's something about that woman that ain't fucking right. The way she walked, the way she looked, the way she talked, I knew it. Now I'm finding out you're 26, she's fucking 40, the ex-fucking husband lives with you, you took the last name, motherfucker, she wrote a book on how to be a wag. I didn't know what a wag was until now, dude. This shit ain't right, dude. She's a succubus. You gotta run away, bro. Hot girls are a dime a dozen. We'll get you one, we'll get you ring girls, we'll get you two at the same time, bro. You gotta pull the ripcord, man. It ain't fucking right, my friend. You gotta pull that fucking ripcord. I'm here for you, the making news here for you. Do the right things, Ian Garry. Fucking pull that fucking ripcord.
Sean Strickland out.
All right.
Dude, Sean Strickland sounds like the homie dropping truth bombs on the homie whose girlfriend cheats on him all the time.
Okay, you're right, Frank. I 100% agree with you. Here's the big but, dude. Do you do that shit on social media, or do you pull your buddy aside and be like, hey, man, I need to talk to you about something?
Yeah.
Well, he's not his boy because he came out.
It don't matter, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter. What I'm saying is you don't do that shit on social media, because other than that, like, if you're not going to pull a dude aside and have that conversation in private, you're just doing it to get yourself attention.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
because I mean, like,
that's all Sean
why would
does,
it matter
though,
to him anyways? Why would it matter to
dude.
him anyways?
Because just like Alfonso said, he wants to get the clicks. He wants to get the likes.
Look, I agree with what he's saying. I think it's 100% true.
But that's besides the point.
Full side. Yes.
Yeah. Let's get back to real talk, Fonzo. Shut up, Fonzo. Anyways, I love what Sean is saying here. And at this point, if you're Ian, dude, just shut your freaking mouth. Shut up. Let it go. Instead of throwing out these hollow threats. Because He already said he's gonna sue MMA Guru. Now he's saying he's gonna go and sue Sean. And Sean is like, I don't give a F, motherfucker. Get in line. Other people are already trying to sue me. So yeah. And I think this was Sean's last tweet about it. You put a man's mugshot on a shirt to shame him. And then you're gonna go and sue me. Learn how to be a fucking man. Were you born without a ball sack, or did your wife remove them, coward? Utter fucking coward. So more truth bombs from Sean. Should he have said that? No. He should have just DM'd him that. And then if Ian wanted to be ballsy and take a screenshot and post it, okay, then that's on you. So I guess I'm with Fonzo on that one. But still, this is just like, this does not, like Fonzo said earlier, why the F is he even worried about this right now? Why not put this on the back burner for now, focus on your fight, and then move forward? And then deal with it after the fight.
Jada Pinkett, Will Smith shit going on right there.
Seriously, dude. So to end this, I found a blog from Ian Garry Machado's wife. So Miss Machado. And this is what she said. Dude, this makes me dislike Ian even more. We cannot sit in a bar or restaurant or anywhere without my husband carefully checking out every other male in the room. With some heightened awareness, that means every location he enters, he quickly imagines how he would finish all other present males before we can rest safely in the knowledge that he could knock the waiter out too.
Doesn't everyone do that?
Before being married to Ian, I'd walk into a coffee shop simply thinking about whether their croissants look fresh. Now I have no such luxurious, frivolous thoughts. My ever-romantic husband holds open the door for me, and I walk in praying that whoever scurries in behind me better thank him. Otherwise, my coffee morning can switch very fast. Ian has never been in a fight outside of the octagon, but understand this for a moment. From diet to mindset and the obvious physical training, a UFC fighter is undergoing elite programming to get them ready for battle. This professional training works 9 times out of 10. They're more than ready to fight anyone. My husband is now loudly calling out the word you're looking for is thank you. You fucking fool. As I am left praying, the sneaky culprit doesn't react. Dude, if he really is like this, he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking bully, dude.
Yeah.
I can understand you want to go into a place and you want to make sure there's no danger. Right. You want to size everybody up. Okay. Just you want to know where the exits are. Okay. But to be like, I'm gonna hold this door for you, and if you don't thank me, I'm gonna fucking, I don't give a fuck. And what it says, it's at the very end, Ian really doesn't care if it's a tiny old lady or a 7-foot giant. If he holds the door open for you, you really should just thank him. I agree. And when I hold open the door for people and they don't say thank you, I don't call him a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting something in return, maybe you shouldn't be opening doors. Ian douchebag. Dude, this makes me like him even less.
Oh, you're gonna get us canceled. You're gonna get us sued.
Oh, bro.
There you go.
Put us on the list.
Yeah. What the fuck,
we're
dude?
already
Come on
double
now.
lawyered up, bro. So I'd like to see him try.
All right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Hey, we got Dan on speed dial.
If Ian Garry wants to be homeless next week, he better back the F up.
What the fuck?
That's right.
He doesn't realize Dan got a lawyer of the cycle.
Yep.
He knows how to take your house. You're going to show up and we're going to be taking a poop in your living room, Ian Garry. Get out of here. All right. Let's stay on that side of the world real quick. And now we're going to talk about Leon Edwards. So you guys know he's going to be facing Colby in a few weeks. And Colby, dude, he's going to start stirring the pot. This might be the beginning of it because this is what he does. He's been really, really quiet as of late, but he's slowly starting to drop some little gems here. And this isn't a gem. This is kind of like, actually, like this is what he should be telling himself. So this is what he said. Colby talking about Leon. He had the right matchups at the right time to get that point in his career. He fought a lightweight washout in Nate and sat out almost 2 years to get his title shot. He just cried, I deserve this. I deserve that. Instead of just going out there and working for it or earning it like I did. I had to earn it the hard way. No one gave me this spot to fight for the undisputed title. I had to earn it. Gentlemen, what do you guys think about Colby's statement?
Wah.
And I also have, before we go on, I got both of their fights from leading back for the same amount of time. All right. So dating back to 2018, Leon has fought 8 times. Dating back to 2018, Colby has fought 6 times. In those 6 fights, Colby did fight Kamaru twice when he was the champ. But guess what? Leon fought him twice, and one of those times he was the champ because the other time he already had the belt from him.
Yep.
So when you look at both of these guys, like when you look at their resumes, I mean, other than Kamaru, their resumes aren't that impressive. Leon's got the eye poke with Bilal. I mean, he did win a split decision over Gunner.
Yeah, but I think it's doing what he normally does. He's just trying to get in their head. Trying to, you know, that's it. It's not about facts. It's just about throwing shit out there, get them to react.
Yeah, this is like QAnon shit. Like he's just trying to tell you the sky is purple because he says it's purple. But when basically they got the same resume practically. They got the same fighters on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They both fought Kamaru twice in the last 3 fights. Or actually, Colby fought him twice in his last 4 fights, where Leon fought him twice in his last 2 fights. So yeah, that's basically the same resume. Colby has only been fighting once a year, going back to 2016, I think, 2021, something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's get this fight over with. We'll talk more about it as we get closer. But like I said, man, like I said in the past, I'm really looking forward to the fight, and I'm hoping that the shit talking starts to heat up a lot sooner, so that way we have more stuff to talk about. All right. Unfortunately, boys, I got some bad news. Our boy Dan Hooker broke the same hand that he broke fighting Jalin. I just heard that earlier today. So he's not going to be able to fight Bobby Green. But Jalin Turner stepping in to fight Bobby Green. And guess what, dude? Vegas is putting all the chips on Jalin. He's a favorite now.
Okay.
He's a heavy favorite.
Dude, I'll take some of that action.
Right? I think Jalen's going to get this. Like, this is a different matchup for him than going up against Dan Hooker. So, still a good fight. Maybe even a better fight.
Yeah, I think
so.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, boys. All right. A deal that went down this last week. We've been talking about it, seems like forever, no? PFL buying Bellator. It finally freaking happened. So let's give you all the deets about what you want to care about. So apparently they're going to keep both of the organizations running separately. So Bellator still going to have Bellator shows. PFL still going to have PFL shows. They broke down how they're going to be doing that. PFL is going to have 5 live shows. They're going to have 8 major events. They're going to have pay-per-view super fights. They're going to have their regular season. They're going to have the Challenger Series. They're going to have their international leagues because, as you guys know, PFL started their PFL Europe. They're going to start PFL Africa. They talks about PFL Asia pretty soon. So they're going to start setting that up all over the place, as well as the Bellator show. Then at the end of 2024, they're going to have their champions face each other. Like it's almost like how they do in soccer, Champions League.
Okay.
So I like how soccer does that, where they get the best teams from all the leagues. It doesn't matter if they're not in the same league. If you're good enough to win your league, hey, let's step up and let's see how you do against the other champs.
Yeah.
And that's what Bellator is trying to do here. I'm digging it, dude. I am digging it. So I want to take a look at their rosters and look at some of their more popular, not necessarily their champs, but just fighters that you might know about, maybe you heard about, or you should definitely be taking a look at, man. So here we have a couple of ex-UFC fighters in OAM. Aubrey, I always forget this guy's name. Olivier Aubin Mercier. Francis Ngannou. I don't know if you guys heard of that guy. Larissa Pacheco, Cedric Doumbé, Sadibu Sai, and this dude Lognane. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he is another MFer. Let's look at Oh, actually, before we move on and look at Bellators, this guy right here, Cedric Doumbé, is supposed to be a bad dude. He's a badass kickboxer from what everyone's saying. And he just signed with Bellator this past year. But before that, he was in talks with the UFC. And and he's a champ, dude. This guy is gold. And the UFC tried to lowball him and try to give him like 20 or 30 per fight. And he's like, what? I'm out. So we went to PFL, and PFL gave him a better deal. So I want to show you this guy's fight, his first fight in PFL. So he was up until then, I guess he had 4 pro MMA fights. So he fought another guy who's also had 4 pro fights. They ended up fighting in France, and dude, he blew the roof off this event. Check this out. This is sick. Check this out. This wasn't in a very big arena, so I believe it's sold out. But everybody was on their feet, bros. Check out this entrance. So his Jordan is already in the cage, and he's waiting for Cedric to come in.
Out of the red corner.
How gets into this, dude? This is sick. We need this in the States. Right here. I think he's telling everybody that he's dead. They're saying, Jordan, you're dead. Look at this fool came out with a twin-size mattress, turned it into a tombstone, and he said, good night, Jordan. Sweet dreams. Or some shit like that, dude. Sick. This dude is so sick.
Well, the stage is set.
Look at this.
Wow. Speechless. Look at the Mbappe. Amazing. He caught up with the
Mbappe?
Mbappe in the house, bro.
Yeah.
I can show the whole fight because it's not going to take very long. Check this ish out, dude. Check this out. Can't wait to see more of this dude.
He already won, dude.
I know.
Our Goddard to oversee our main event. Cedric Doumbé making his PFL debut in the black, Jordan Zebo in the gray. Southpaw stance for Zebo. Is that low stance from Cedric?
Oh!
Oh!
I'm telling you, bro.
Wow!
It did not take long.
Wow!
Monster, huh?
That was a monster hook.
Oh.
Southpaw stance for Zebo. Is that low stance from Cedric?
He even cocked it back, bro.
Yeah.
Look at
that. Southpaw stance for Zebo. Is that low stance from Cedric?
Yeah. Dude is a bad man. Let's look at Bellator's fighter. They're completely different weight classes. He fights at welterweight.
Oh, okay.
So let's look at Bellator. Ryan Bader, Nadim Nemkov, Johnny Eblin, Jeremy the ass-kicking machine Jackson, Nurmagomedov, Patchy Mix, Patricio Pepu. Dude, these are a little more recognizable names, but some of these guys going up against some of these other guys, bro, that might be some fun scraps. Or you never know, man. You never know what's going to happen in the PFL series. Somebody could come out of nowhere and become a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of champs, let's check out some of what the matchups are. So here's what somebody came up with online. Just if they had their current champs go up against each other, these would be some of the potential matchups, you know. Ryan Bader versus Renan Ferreira or Dennis Goltsov. Jason Jackson versus Sabidu Sai. Dude, just some pretty fun matchups. And so last night, PFL had their end of the year show. They crowned their champions. They gave away their $1 million paydays. Check this out. Look at this clip up at the top. Does that guy look familiar to you guys?
Yeah.
That's Kasanganai. He's the guy who took that crazy spinning back kick and got knocked the F out a couple years ago during COVID. You guys remember that? That was Joaquin Buckley. So he caught one of Joaquin's kicks. Joaquin turns like a corkscrew and throws the other leg and knocks this dude, knocks Impa the F out. Well, Impa just won the PFL tournament last night. He got $1 million.
Yep.
So there's no way he would have got that in the UFC. Even Joaquin Buckley ain't making $1 million right now.
He was actually cut from the UFC.
Oh, was he? They let him go.
They let him go after that fight.
So that's cool, man. Check this out. This is more news on PFL payday. So we were talking about this guy a little while ago. OAM, Olivier Aubin Mercier. How about this tweet? Going from fighting Gilbert Burns and Arman Tsarukyan in the UFC for $30K and just saying, screw it, I'm going to PFL and winning $2 million because he won the tournament last year and he won the tournament this year. So he's got $2 million on top of any money that he got paid for the fights, because the $1 million is what you get if you win, not including your whatever you got to fight. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like a bonus. That $1 million is a bonus.
Damn.
One more. So this is Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson doesn't fight in UFC. If you guys remember, he fights in Bellator. But a while back, I guess he was talking to Derek Brunson, who just had his first fight in PFL last night. And check out what Derek Brunson said. He said, I made so much cash tonight, I may never fight again. It's been real, guys. PFL took care of your boy. So I'm glad they're giving these paydays out. I don't know if this has anything to do with that Saudi cash that they got, but they're doling it out, bro. And hopefully other fighters see this and they're not afraid to come across the pond and take a dip in the pool, get some of that money, because that's the only way that they're going to start breaking up that giant monopoly of the UFCs is just by getting fighters over there. And that's how it starts. Like, I kind of feel like everybody's afraid of Dana White and the UFC, and they're afraid of saying no.
Well, that's going to change soon, man. They're going to go to that massive lawsuit next year.
Yeah. Imagine if you only could go to McDonald's for a cheeseburger. I think I said that before, but that would suck, bro. Like, variety has always been good. Players want to play.
Talk
about UFC. I'm talking about MMA fighters, guys. Mixed martial artists. All right.
You better watch it, man. Yeah, we won't see you
Alfonso's wife's listening on this podcast. You better watch it.
Not me, love. It's the Celsius. Why you give me this? All right. Switching gears. Dude, why does it seem like all UFC fighters want to do this now? Guess who wants to box now?
Aspinal.
Tiny Tom Aspinal. Tiny Tom says, I want to fight Stipe, and then I'll fight John when he's ready. But if you're not going to let me, I want to box early 2024.
He wants to get that payday. That's it,
of course.
It's all about the
just give him a fight, bro. Give him a fight. Let him fight Stipe. There's nothing wrong with Stipe. So let him fight.
Stipe doesn't want to fight them.
True. Or then give him Cyril. Or I know he doesn't want to fight Cyril, but he's got to do something, dude, because nobody's going to want to box this dude because nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
So put together an awesome highlight reel, which you're working on at the moment, but get it a little more extensive, and then we'll start talking about this, because right now, not a whole lot of people know who you are.
Yeah.
All right. Fight announcement. This isn't major, so this may not have shown up on your radar, but this should be a banger of a fight. You guys like watching two dudes that look like they could be drinking on a bar all night fight each other? Hell yeah. That's a trick question. I know you do. I know you do. This fight just got signed for February 17th, UFC 298. Justin Tafa taking on Rogerio de Lima. You guys remember, though, Rogerio got his tooth knocked out by Derek Lewis. Said he couldn't eat solid food for like 2 weeks or some shit.
Yeah.
And then Justin Tafa's coming off of a TKO win over Austin Lane. Remember, Austin Lane is that football player that poked him in the eye super bad?
Yeah.
So they had to do a rematch, and then he just knocked him the F out.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's gonna win this one. I'll probably go Tafa early on, but definitely play the under on that one, bro. Under 1.5 rounds. Keep that receipt, boys. All right. You know, as we talked about this a couple weeks ago, Alexander Volkanovski taking on Illia Topuria, February 2024. We now have an official location, Anaheim, California, Orange County. Watch out. At the pond. Then we can go to Disneyland afterwards. Get some churros and ice cream. All right. Dude, check out this effing poster.
Oh, that looks cool.
Karate Combat 43, main event, Anthony Showtime Pettis taking on Benson Henderson, Friday, December 15th. I'm loving this space theme, bros. I like it.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit closer.
It feels like this fool's gonna bust out that Showtime kick again. This is the perfect
he's got the you know he's working on it, man.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna Benson better watch out and not get caught up in those corners, because that's where he's gonna try to pull that shit off. If Benson travels to one of those corners, you know Pettis is gonna try to run up the wall. You know it, bro. Stay in the center, Benson. Stay in the middle, bro. All right. This is something that we don't really get a peek behind the curtain to see. Talking about some MMA training footage here. So not only is this is training footage from, I believe this is Killcliff MMA down in South Florida, where Kamaru trains, Gilbert Burns trains, Shavkat Rakhmonov, and apparently Jason Jackson also trains out there. So check this out, dude. This is awesome right here. This is just 2 training partners pushing each other to the limit, and they're going at it, dude. They're going 100%, but they're doing it in a controlled environment where they're not spazzing out on each other, if that makes sense. Check it out, bro. And look at how everyone was training, but then they see how intense it's getting, and they start watching, bro. Again, something we don't get to see every day, and it looks like they're just practicing takedowns, dude. They're just trying to take each other down. There's no strikes being thrown.
Oh,
Durinho, get on a bike and start cutting weight, and let's watch these guys scrap.
Yeah, that fool's hella big.
I know, he's chunky, bro. I'm gonna start calling him Charlie. Dude, this is a war, man. You know these guys are tired as hell too, man.
Yeah, they look like it,
they look like they're tired.
Dude, can you imagine being there?
I know. I'm getting chills watching it again, and I've watched this like 5 times, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
Dude, watching this, and I mean, I'm speaking for myself here, but I'm pretty sure that Jason Jackson appreciates the hell out of Shavkat for pushing him so hard, dude.
Yeah.
This is what they mean by iron sharpening iron, man. When you have a training partner that pushes you like this each and every day, when you get in a competition against someone, that other person doesn't stand a chance. And that's why I really think Jason Jackson was able to win last week, dude, against that dude that was 27-0. When you got training partners like this pushing you each and every day, dude, a fight is nothing, because every day practice is a war. So super shout out to whoever recorded this and uploaded it, man. Combat Sports Today. Give them a follow on X. That was some cool behind the scene footage right there, man. All right. The official poster for Song Yadong versus Chris Gutierrez got released. It's got a little candy cane theme there. But just as I was looking into the card, there's like only 4 prelim fights announced and nothing else. But something just dropped out of the sky. Check this out, bro. What do you think about this? Khalil Roundtree now fighting Anthony Smith. I forgot the name of the guy that he was going to fight before, but this is definitely a step up in competition, bro. Like, this is good for Khalil, and this is bad for Anthony Smith. I'm really liking this matchup for Khalil, dude. If Anthony can't get Khalil down, he's going to be in trouble.
Bro.
Yeah, so that just got announced earlier this week. Let's keep
Anthony's
it going.
been in too many wars, man.
He has, dude, and he just fought not too long ago. Yeah. So I'm really surprised that he's taking this fight again.
Trying to make that money.
To stay active. Yeah, he's just trying to stay active. I want to share the official poster for One Friday Night Fights. John Lineker taking on Liam Harrison. We're going to start the countdown pretty soon for this. January 12th. Put this down on your calendars, fellas. Put it down. All right. We talked about this guy a little while ago. I should have moved this before in the slide, but what do you guys think about this, dude? Illia Topuria. I don't know if this was maybe a writer baiting him or if he just came out and was like, hey, you know what? And I'm talking about Illia Topuria right here. So Illia Topuria announced that after he fights Alexander Volkanovski in February, he wants to fight Max Holloway in Spain on a main event. What do you think?
So he's taking the belt from Volkanovski and then setting up his title defense against Max Holloway.
Yes.
Is what he's doing.
Is what he's saying.
This motherfucker.
Young, dumb, and full of cum. Bro, this is why this is what they mean when they say youth is wasted on the youth. I don't know if I got that right, but that's just a young person talking dumb, dude. Like, hey, get through your first obstacle first, because it's a motherfucker that nobody in this weight division, this organization, other than, in this weight class, no one's been able to solve. You have to go up to the weight division above this to have someone who problem solve this, because he's been whooping on everybody and making it look like nothing, dude. You know what I mean? I know this guy's got power, but I saw a stat a little while ago, and Illia was on. They had a list of fighters that have not fought against a ranked opponent ever. So no wins against current ranked opponents. This guy's on there.
Really?
Now he's gonna go up and he's gonna fight for the belt, and he thinks that he's gonna get it, which he could. You never know, because he could land a kill shot, but that's his only chance, bro.
Yeah, you know what? But like, here's the deal, man. Like, how many upsets have we seen in recent times?
We've seen a lot, dude. We've seen a lot. You never know. You never know.
Like, if you're a betting man, you kind of always have to play those odds, right? If you got a good enough odds, you put in a little bit of scratch.
Think back to some of these upsets that have happened, though. Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira. Yeah. Those guys have Cyborg. Those people have had wins against ranked opponents, though.
Yeah.
So I guess you could at least say about those guys is that at least they fought tough opponents, whereas this guy hasn't even fought a ranked opponent yet. So I don't know. He might be looking past him. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. All right. One Friday night. Early Sunday, day after Thanksgiving. This was a banger of a card. If you did not get a chance to watch this, go on YouTube. It's free right now. You don't even need Amazon Prime. Friday Night Fights 42. The main event was killer. And I want to party. All right, that's enough for you, bro. Let's go over the card. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 fights. I handed out 6 official Chingasoss seals of approval. And I could have handed out a couple more, honestly, because there were some finishes, but I only handed out 6. Let's see which highlights I got to share with you guys. check this out. This is first up on the plate. This is a Muay Thai match up between. Oh, actually, no, this is MMA. One of the only MMA fights on the card. This is Sumit Bayan taking on Matthias Pereira. It's going to be a round 1 TKO, boys. Enjoy.
Oh,
he's not done.
Oh,
yeah, he should have been done.
Yeah,
right in the guts, left hook.
That was it. There was no need for more.
Yeah.
Dang.
So that was Matthias Pereira, TKO, round 1. Now we're going to go Sexan Fairtex taking on Joker Paisaisi. Guys, check this out. Oh, my God. Look at how he drops him, bro.
Oh, shit.
God. 4-round clubs.
Dude, that fool's swinging like he's trying to knock his freaking block to the 5th row.
He's got the spirit of Phil Baroni. He's trying to knock his head off into the 4th row.
That does remind me of Phil Baroni.
Jeez.
That was sick,
without the girlfriend murdering freaking part.
So, as awful as that beatdown was, dude, this fight went all 3 rounds.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Sexan, who was putting the beat down right there, ends up getting the unanimous decision. All right, next up, this was... Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, yeah. We're getting to the names that are super hard to pronounce, so you know the fights are going to be super good. I'm talking about Kong Kairap Fiat Panum taking on Rashan Sor Sumnuk. Check this out. Another Muay Thai match.
Oh.
In the guts, bro.
He threw his whole hip into that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All hip, bro. Check this out. This was the main event. This is I think, let me see. Yeah, main event. Julio Lobo taking on Kaionar Sorjor Trong Grapin. Lobo KO round 3. Fight.
Oh shit.
Dude, he just dropped like a bag of potatoes, dude.
Done.
Yeah, he's still down.
So I'm telling you, man, go back and watch this fight. These 7 seals of approval that I gave you, the Kun Pononi versus Lam Kong. That was
What's
a finish.
His name?
Actually, Kun Ponanoi versus Lamon Kong. Bro, this is like going back to Poplar Park Apartments. These are all my neighbors. Grew up to be world champion Muay Thai fighters. Fucking proud of these guys. Do me a favor, support these guys. Go watch this one Friday Night Fights 42, and in the comments, tag us, Chingasoss Combat Crew. You guys were right. All right, we had no UFC this weekend, so we're just gonna preview next weekend's show. Next weekend, Beneil Dariush taking on up-and-coming fighter Arman Tsarukyan. This looks like it's going to be a banger of a card, guys. I went through the card, and I picked out 6 fights that I think should be fun to watch. So let's look at the early prelim. Actually, this is the prelims. Jakar Close taking on Joe Selecki. Joe Selecki, one of the John Salter training partners. Whoop, whoop. John Salter in the house. Watch that. We might see some slick submissions because that's what Selecki's known for. Bros. Clay Guida still on the roster. Give it up for the old farts.
The hell?
I'm powerful.
That's right. Clay Guida, take that power and take out Joaquin Silva. Dude, I hope he gets the W, man.
Yeah. He's always entertaining to watch. He's fucking crazy.
Right?
Cut the hair off, though. He might not have it in him.
No, bro, he stamps him. Oh.
Yeah, he's done.
How long has he had that haircut for?
I don't know.
Whatever you do, Clay, don't fist bump Bruce. Don't do it. That's double whammy. You're not going to survive that. All right. Sean Brady, Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin dropping back down to the welterweight division. Hopefully he's laying off those corn tortillas. and birria, but hey, we just had Thanksgiving, so I don't know, bro.
That
What
fool
if they
had
had
tons of
turkey
tamales.
birria? You know he did. He's still eating them.
Protein.
Hey man,
Not
look, if he can make welterweight, he's a beast when he's able to cut down. He's good.
Yeah, if he can make weight, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem. Dude, how about this fight? Deiveson Figueiredo's entry into the bantamweight division. I'm hoping his power translate over, dude. I'm hoping that maybe he even gets a little more power because he doesn't have to cut so much weight. So Deiveson Figueiredo taking on Rob Font. I don't understand how Deiveson is ranked number 2 at bantamweight, even though this is his first. That's probably from the flyweight division rankings. So they're just probably trying to make it look good, but still should be a banger of a fight, man. Banger of a fight. All right, co-main event and main event. We talked about this a little while ago. Jalin Turner taking on Bobby Green. And on the screen, it says Jalin is a -155 favorite, but I think it's even higher than that, guys.
Yeah.
So once we get closer for our Parlay Super Show, we'll have updated fight stats and money lines. Main event, Beneil Dariush taking on Arman Tsarukyan. Arman trying to get his first W against a ranked opponent. Oh,
good luck.
Yeah, right. And that's it for that card, bros. So now the last little segment I have here was something that I found on Morning Combat posted this. So this is Luke Thomas. He asked somebody, I think this was a fan written in question. So they asked if you could ask Dana White any question you wanted, and he had to answer truthfully, like no bullshit Dana White answers, like you have to tell facts. What would you ask him?
If you could ask Dana White a question that he has to answer honestly, what is the question? One question he has to answer honestly. Man, that's a tough one. All right, slap fighting sucks ass, right? No.
That's a fact, bro. Don't waste your question.
Theo interviewed Dana, and Dana's like, "What'd you think about slap?" And then Theo is like trying to like bend over backwards to make it seem like he likes slap. Here's an honest opinion on slap: it sucks ass, and it's the lowest form of combat sports for the person who's got the worst palate imaginable for it. Dana making fun of Showtime. I would watch Crawford Spence in 144p before I watched fucking slap in 4K. Right. Do you admit that the UFC is a monopoly? That'd be my question. Will you admit the UFC is a monopoly? If he had like truth serum injected into his neck or something.
I think we know the answer to that though, bro. Like,
I don't think
it is a monopoly. That's a waste of a question to me. I mean, that's a great question, but we already know the answer to that. So if you guys could ask Dana a question and he had to answer truthfully, what do you think you would ask him? I asked a couple of our listeners what they would ask, and here's some of the responses I got back. Jeff Wedekind, if you're all familiar with, that's a Grill Father Fresno. He said, "Why you slap your wife, fool?"
That's a good question.
That's a good question. That's a good one.
Irving BJJ wants to know.
She wanted to try out for slap fight.
Oh, it was a tryout, bro. It was a tryout.
Can you take this?
Let me get to Irving BJJ's question. He says, did he protect Khabib and his possible steroid use?
What the fuck?
What? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Great question. Great question, though. Cali Firefighter asks, do you help your favorite fighters get fights that you know they have a good chance of winning? So giving them favorable matchups. BJJ Nurse asks, hold on, let me fucking fix this bullshit. All right. 3, 2. All right. BJJ Nurse asks, why did Prime GSP versus Prime Anderson not happen?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Great one. Yes. Here's another good one. BJJ Nurse asks, Has anyone tried pulling an Ultimate Warrior and asked for more money at the last minute? Like, hey, pay-per-view starting in 30 minutes, bro. I want another 100K. Dude, Dana will lose his mind.
Yeah, he would. I wonder what he would do with that, man. Like, somebody gave him that ultimatum.
I'm wondering if it ever happened. I'm sure it happened, dude.
I'm sure someone's tried it.
Someone tried that, and they never got back to the UFC.
But at the same time, like, they're in a contract, so he would just stand behind that. Like, you're gonna lose a lot of money if you don't go out there and fight.
True that.
Yeah.
Why not do a super fight between Francis and John? That was my question. That's very similar to the GSP and Anderson question. You know what I mean? But like, this is the same question coming at you again. Don't make the same mistake, bro. Don't let that slip out of your hands. That's money you never collected. So let's get it done. And then my last question, and this is probably a super obvious question, almost like the Monopoly question. Why do you keep lying about Power Slap? Everyone knows you're lying, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wonder what he's got in it. What is like his? I mean, is it just money that he's got invested that is keeping him from pulling
and his ego?
On it?
It might be more of an ego thing than anything. Like, hey, I said I was gonna do this. I said I was gonna make it popular. I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
I'm just wondering what the hell even. Well, maybe this is my question. My question would be, what even made you think that this would be a good idea?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good way to end this segment, Fonzo. Because do you have a question?
No, man, I don't.
These are some good ones, though. These are all good ones. All right. Well, that's our last segment. That's a wrap. Boys, anything you want to add before we end this show?
Just can't wait for some of these fights coming up, man. I hope everybody out there is excited too. And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. No, just thanks for bringing all this out, man. I didn't, some of this stuff I didn't even know, and I'm glad I'm like watching in on this. So hopefully the followers are getting the same experience and they're hearing about all this stuff, and now I'm watching a little bit more.
The more you know.
And just happy he learned about WAGs today, so he knows what to look out for.
Right?
Watch out for them.
Fall for
Watch out for them.
When you become world champion, when you become a yo-yo world champion, the babes are gonna be lining up. You gotta know what's going down. You can't just be giving away all that yo-yo money. Can't be giving away your yo-yo money. All right, that's a wrap for us. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check us out on our social media. We made it super easy now. Just look for us at Chingasoss Crew on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube, on X, on Threads. Woo, we're everywhere, bros and sisters. Chingasoss Crew. All right. Until next week, have a kick-ass week, crew. Chingasoss Combat Crew out. Peace.
Peace.
Friday night.
Good stuff, guys.